and I think that maybe they, picked up Fallen to kind of help with that strategically, right? But we saw it as well last week, Moses having to leave, Adran coming back. I do think that they are still having problems. I was expecting Liquid to be playing a little bit better, obviously in the European scene, with the experience that they have. But I think with Adren now, and add in with the Fallen as well, getting back to the old show as well of him being such a great opper. I'm excited, but I'm not completely sold yet.
Fast into A is the call of the day here for Triumph. This T-side start on Nuke has already begun. They've got Heaven, by the way. They've got everything, but not for long. Shakesilla trades Lucas in main, and we've got the ramp push coming in on the flank. They drop below, but Henny was waiting all along. The little escape for Triumph puts them in a clutch. Cynic 1v2, and he has no idea where VSM has gotten to as well. Has the bomb. But where do you plant for, right? At this point, Heaven could have been retaken. He knows that Lobby is a threat always. So he's going to try and clear out this 1v1, take the kill while he's got it. Easier said than done. Info will be something, but Cynic needs the shot, and VSM is quicker. So that's all going according to plan for the CT side, as the Brazilians start off strong.
Has anyone got the drum roll music?
Hang on a sec.
You gotta cue this up.
You gotta cue this
up. Sorry. Just get it ready for every time there's some sort of plan-related pun.
Harry, this is your mixer. You know.
Yeah, I don't know if we have anything.
Do we have a drum roll, Harry?
I got that grapefruit technique sound effect. You know, the one where the lady.
I have no idea what
you
you're
haven't seen that
about.
video. Okay,
no,
well,
of course.
Oh right. Okay. Yeah.
No, Harry, I don't think we have.
No, I don't think we got anything. The best thing I got that involves drums, Richard, would be this sound effect right here. Hang on, let me hit you with it. It's one of these. One of them like little.
Perfect. Yeah, that's what I want.
Okay, right, that's perfect.
Shot.
Yeah, rim shot.
Rim
Okay.
shot,
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Perfect. All right, then in that case, we do have exactly what you were asking for, sir, and I will serve that up to you whenever we need.
Right, excellent. Every time there's a plan-related pun, please. Also drive the Plano fan base crazy because they're like, why aren't you taking this seriously? It's the Summit guys, it's a little bit different.
Oh, well, that's a bit of an awkward fight. I don't know, man. Ramp control taken. Triumphing with a chance to do something here. Cynic and Coop is still alive, and with a FAMAS in hand, you have a FAMAS in hand, and that's a gun. It does something. Has bullets in it, so it's going to do some damage. I'm not a big FAMAS player.
Really?
It's kind of... I really tried to be a FAMAS player as well, but I just don't like it. Look at this little setup, right? Waiting in the windows, waiting in control room for the site push, and they are moving in. Leo, Drunky, just waiting for the cross. And now that he's heard them dropping into the site, he takes this peek. He knows now that both players are here. On plant will come in regardless. And so a chance for Triumph in the 2-on-3.
It's already been a great round for Triumph. Just getting the bomb plant, getting a couple of guns. You do some more damage on the way out here. Job done. And I don't know if they know where Cynic is. They're going to go looking for him. Yep, they have got him. But that's fantastic for Triumph, There was virtually no investment at all.
Yeah, it's going to bolster their buy round coming up. So we've got the big guns for Triumph. But Plano on the board. I like the logo, graffiti-ish-esque.
Yep. Been using a lot of peaky blinders memes in their marketing.
Did we ever find out where the guns were?
No.
What are the guns, Tommy? That's not really how they sound. But
close enough.
It's
a strong Brazilian accent.
Yeah. Look at this, right? So now we've got this investment. Now we got the big guns coming through. And with the big guns, it's a little round here. Outside, Shakesilla trying to make his presence known, is pushed up towards these triple smokes. They create this wall that gives you like a walkway. You can either go secret or you can use it to try and snipe some garage control away from your opponent, and he will cross through the smoke. Now Lucas, waiting for it, just reaps the reward, collects that kill for free, and there's no attempt at a trade, no chance to trade that out. Really, that's kind of left your options limited here if you're Triumph. They're going to get forced into this ramp, MP9, and they do trade it after one. But still, this is a great-looking round for Plano. This is right where they want to be.
Yeah, they're hoping there's a reaction off the back of that ramp take, right? A lobby push, some aggression, but nothing is getting given to them. They double back into this territory, waiting for Cooper to wrap Heaven to set up on this A site. It's a nice play, but are they watching the Heaven position? They know about the possibilities. A player looking up VSM, he is at least considering this one. Cooper taking his time, clearing out everything he can. You don't really want to have to climb up the outside. Ladder is a lot safer. Leo Drunky getting mollied out by Cynic. And now that A site is looking tantalizing. 30 seconds though. Still two players here. Lucas, they have no idea about. And VSM has got a lot to watch right now with Hut and Heaven being compromised. 20 on the clock. Cooper needs this kill right here, right now. And VSM just looks away. That's a perfect kill. Lucas trades, keeping this round intact for Plano, but the bomb has still been planted and Triumph have position in the lobby.
Oh, KNG dead in the middle of the site, and it leaves it all on Lucas. He goes in towards the bomb site. Bomb's not planted for Hut either. You've got to go swinging out, and he knows that, so he's tapped it, hoping that Cynic was going to make the run out into the open, but he hasn't. And Lucas tapping it again. Falls prey to the one surviving player the second time around. Triumph, they actually turned that round on its head. Now, that was a big advantage for Plano. Things were looking good. And then that split, you know, up through Heaven, the other two trying to get on in and just drawing the attention away even for a moment allows them to get that bomb down. And then they'll convert it, finding their first right away. The rifles come out and they're on the board.
Yeah, you like a 3-on-5 there. That will give you a lot of confidence. And the money busted means Triumph can probably build off the back of that first round. Molly going down for Motum. He really doesn't want them to aggress as the money is low. That is somewhat of the idea here for Plano. We got outside pushing. Lucas all the way up below silo. But no one making that risk on ramp. Henny just holds back. He's got a Molotov even to stop a rush as well. And one of two rifles, or in fact both of them are inside of the hut, playing side by side. Dirty angle being held, but the FAMAS will win it out, dropping the bomb somehow, some way, I don't know. But Cooper falls, and now Shakezilla reclaiming lost ground. He doesn't know about Lucas, so this could be a freebie off the Deagles. Shakezilla checking it, though, still falling to the spam. Couple of body shots is all it takes. And now taking ramp is really all Triumph have left.
Yeah, this is at least, you know, uncontested territory. So they get this bit of control. And with Cynic still waiting back in lobby, you know, you don't even have to commit necessarily. He's here as well. If they do try to take this lobby aggression and get the information ahead of time, well, he's going to be in a great spot to lock that down. Two in the B bomb site as well for Plano. A third even made his way down. So a lot of presence down here on B.
Great spot from Henny as well with the Deagle, exactly where you want to be. You use that silo as a lineup for the headshot. You can see there.
Oh.
Not able to land either of them. But I'm not calling that a caster's curse. That wasn't a caster's curse.
No. That's you know, everyone gets one. Everyone gets one little freebie, and Cynic's collected his in this round.
Oh, okay.
Suddenly, never mind, it's all falling apart, and the round is won. 4-0 Plano.
Yeah, stopping the bomb with a second remaining as well. That was just getting planted, but denied. And the doors, both of them getting swung at the same second. So 2 kills coming through, no cover allowed. Leo going through, and VSM also spamming B-Wills. So that's a nice round out of nowhere, right? We had those lower rotates early, right? Ramp was free. Henny didn't even play it. He just dropped B out of the gate to play that bottom site. And that's a perfect play for him. Trying to bait it in right into the trap below. And so 3-1 and immediately back to their own force buy.
All part of the plan.
There it is.
You even got that added. Here we go.
God, man. Y'all are pathetic. Look at this little B play.
Thought I was in an anime there. What was it? The villain just
He proceeds to call us pathetic too. He's just like, what am I? It's an alternative reality over here.
You got a full send something like that, man.
definitely Hugo and Harry running the cowboy noises as well then, so we're not going crazy.
Yeah, it was them the whole time.
We'll never admit.
It's a bit of a weird round here from Triumph. It is a force buy, but no nades left. Just gonna be smoking off Mini with the one flashbang. VSM with a great position here.
Oh.
Yep. Really hard, especially on a map like Nuke as well, hitting the B1 with just the one smoke and one flashbang. I mean, you're hoping for a miracle at that point. There is some damage at least being done, so keeping Plano's economy at bay, as D-Man would say, but only gets the 2 kills though. Now we should be seeing a fully fledged eco round here, but can always afford a a pistol. You always kill yourself with an eagle.
I love Shakezilla's head just popping up the vent as VSM's dealing with a door rush as well. On a platter. Freebies. And yes, some good rounds right now out of Plano. Already rolling over Triumph for the time being. 4-1 and no more money. So Deco. Lucas is crossing outside. He's got his back turned. He's trying to dodge potential flashbangs. KNG alongside him is crossed red. So this is a perfect setup for what we're getting dealt from Triumph. They're going to go over the smoke though. Lucas, does he hit a jump? Yes, turns around in time. KNG pounces from the side and 2 kills in an instant. That looked for a second like it was going to go very wrong for the CTs, but they recover, albeit on low health. KNG is pretty much trapped out on an island here. He's running out of water. But the longer he lives, well, the more time wasted in this round. Triumph have yet to get a kill, and that might not change. Oh, clean as can be. That's great for Plano as well, not just for the confidence, but the money too, right? Starting to build up a bit of an economy on this CT side as Triumph come in with their next rifle round.
We should note as well here, this is a Triumph's map pick. Obviously with the belief of we should have won last time. Not going to let him win again. But 5-1 up. And some economy as well building up on that CT side. No AWP yet though, but an AUG on KNG. And a scrappy round at that as well from Triumph. Got a little on Shakezilla's.
Oh, the flash.
Another one.
Oh, he didn't even realize. It's so blind. Motum jumps out. If he stood still like a statue, VSM would have had no idea. This is a weird way to start a round, and Triumph is certainly not happy with it. They've made the best of a bad situation. They've put Shakezilla down secret, but VSM is already coming on a rotate. B-Will's going to join him, and Kenji's missed all these timings, but they've got the manpower to have players on lower and still own ramp, so it's not like they're worried just yet. What's Cynic doing in this round? He's sat in hut with the bomb, so they're faking out B while he's hoping for the 1v5. He's not going to give him many options. Shakezilla going to have to break the window. VSM, it should be his kill here. He's telling Cynic to go ramp so he can try and get the ramp pick from behind, but VSM won't let him get that far, I don't think.
Yeah, really tough spot to be in here. If you Triumph, Shakezilla goes down as well, only really leaving Cynic over here at the ramp area. Goes down also. And another round with 5 alive. And it doesn't even have to go late round as well, so they're not even using utility. So just a lot of money to be made here. The side of a Plano. Another thing we didn't note last game, we caught it in the overtimes, but not a lot of timeouts were called. We'll see if it's going to be a little bit more frequent in this matchup. Triumph here. And with the money that they have, it's not going to be a full buy, but most likely maybe a Tech 9 pistol round. Do something fun with it. Dominant showing so far though.
Yeah, Triumph were able to get 6 rounds on T-side Nuke last time around. These guys played, like you said, in the qualifier just a few days ago. So, bit of a... we say, you know, when you lose a game, you have more to learn than when you win, right? Obviously, that makes a lot of sense. You lose more rounds, you go back, you check the demo, you figure it out, you get better next time. But right now, Triumph need to pull something out of the hat as things are very quiet. Molly hits VSM in the face, but he gets out of there relatively unscathed. Reload close. They're going to know about that. They're going to hunt him down, but VSM is ready to go to Pound Town. 2 kills behind the door, and now the Hut Crunch. Leo Drunky lines up a double, and it's 3 for him. All headshots. What an excellent hold. 1 death. It's not quite 5 alive, but it'll do. The money is out of control now. We got players over 10K, and Triumph just coming in, begging for rightful rounds.
Yeah, this is getting a little rough on the old eyes, right? Like, you've got money to kind of come back in with another buy, but you haven't really had anything that's worked so far if you're Triumph, you know? Like, you've been able to get into B a couple of times, but usually it's fallen apart in the post plant or hasn't even gotten to that point. And so it must feel like you're running into a bit of a brick wall here, right? You've tried a number of ideas, and thus far, every single one of them, apart from a little one-off round we have on the board, has gone against you. This is where, you know, you're hoping someone like Shakezilla can live up to the reputation that's been kind of imbued upon him, right? As someone who's good at coming up with solutions on the fly, does his homework. You're going to need that now to dig you out of this hole, because this is already like a really good scoreline, and it's only going to get better for Plano.
There's the caster curse if I've ever heard one. 16-7 final scoreline.
Well, you've just double cursed.
Nah, well, because, yeah, you've counter-cursed the original
A curse does undo a curse.
Does that how it works? Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Does a curse lift another curse?
You can't acknowledge the curse.
You can't fight fire with fire, but you can fight curses with curses.
If you acknowledge the curse before it happens, you've uncursed the curse. So you've got to let the curse, you know, do its work before you acknowledge it.
Okay.
I think is the way it goes. You got a fake though.
Here's the fun fact in most cases, and I'm not sure if North Americans in general don't tend to know this, but when you do the smoke wall after a minute, you don't tend to go there, and it's a nice little small read that teams tend to have. So we saw Triumph there throwing a smoke wall at 50 seconds left. And if you try and do the timing there, walking down and, you know, opening the door and planning down lower, you don't hardly ever have enough time for that. So you tend to actually use that as fakes. So we look at Triumphs here, the overall approach on the T side. I will say it is a little bit inexperienced, a little bit tier 2 at the moment. But as I say that, those 7 seconds left, will they have time to plan? That's the question. I think so. Oh dear. That's a caster curse if you ever heard of it.
Yeah, no, I like what they do there, right? They go for the, like you said, right? The smokes are down. KNG is lower, so he knows they're a fake as well. That certainly helps. But then Triumph explode ramp. They get a pick. It looks obvious at that point. You see Plano start dropping vent. They start panic rotating B because not just the smokes down, but also the ramp take. And then Triumph double back into A. And we've already got all those lower rotates. Even though KNG is saying, like, yeah, Secret's cool. We're under control here. Like, the ramp take is enough to force the hand of the CTs. So it's kind of like you take everything there. You take yard, you take ramp, and then you go back to A. All bases covered. And they find a round. So whatever works, whatever floats your boat. Cynic, fast ramp. They have no idea. He dropped in from main. Henny's got the open ramp. The other one is all the way back on KNG in heaven, and they've made it down vent as well, even mollying their teammate, trapping him on that top site. He's not long for the world. Cooper's gone. Bottom now taking control, and they need the bomb plant here and now. Definitely a retakeable round. The guy.
He's like, screw you, man. I'm throwing a molly here. Leave it to yourself up in B1.
Henny's not convinced. He's still waiting for a lurk. Are they? What? They're taking their time. Henny's looking at lobby. He's still looking at lobby. They've got to go eventually towards this B site. Shakezilla's here to cut them down. They swing the angle. Yeah, you don't like that one, do you? Too tight tucked. And now Henny coming back late. B-Wills, same story, on the corner, and it's messy, but a kill will work.
I don't like any of these fights. I don't like any of these rounds. This is messy.
They're going to win it.
And a stay round is
we all expected.
I don't know what happened there. They had a 4-on-3. They had all the info. Henny could have been like stopping that bomb from getting planted. He could have had loads of impact. He waited for a lurk the entire round.
Yeah, I mean, you know, in a game, in any one moment of CS, there's like thousands of decisions that you can make. And so I'm scratching my head at how those were the decisions that were made. Like,
that whole round was basically a visual metaphor for Plano trying to find an organization.
Oh dear.
Clip it and ship it.
Robin, can you explain that one?
Yeah, let's just bring the flower in. Let's aim
No,
as well.
I mean, Richard just meant that they're looking into every corner, every crevice, except for the bomb site. Where,
Being
you know,
thorough.
they'll find the treasure.
Being thorough. Okay.
Exactly.
It's one way of putting it.
Yeah.
A 4-on-2 that goes nowhere. And now Triumph, hey, they've given themselves a lifeline. I don't know how they've done it.
Yeah, well, you know, I think for all of us in the know, this isn't that surprising, right? Like, you know, we figured Triumph were probably going to do this, you know, and here they are doing it.
Triumph had the flying V formation there as well in freeze time.
More of this A utility early on.
We've got the
look at this
LXCB
push.
Heart Flash.
Oh.
We've got the LXCB Heart Flash. It's going to be a top hit. Outstorming into the site. Oh dear, it's not pretty though. No entries. Leo's dropped the bomb, and there's many more to be found. With his spray, he's only going to get damage. Still fine for Plano. They've got the retake in the back pocket. Loads of grenades, plus the kit. But the bomb's getting planted.
Yeah, and it's another one of these slow retakes, right? You've got this little retake smoke dropped up in heaven. Henny's going to peek over the top of that for a bit of a one-way, while his teammate's swinging wide. 2v2, they've got a man trapped out in the open, and Henny gets rid of him. It's two brothers taking on a brother alone. Cooper over at the vent with the AWP, and in with the peek, but a missed shot sees him falling to Henny. They guide Plano up onto 8 rounds. Safe pair of hands there between Henny and Lucas to get that one over the line from the heaven one-way.
And B1 explosion at that. Trying to do something new here if you Triumph. Normally when we talk about, there's still rounds to be played on this half, so when we talk about sure, they didn't win the round, but it also sets them up for potential future stuff as well. More things for CTs to think about. Hey, watch out, they could pop outside, you know, inner again like they did before. Kind of creates the CTs so they don't have a chance to over-rotate.
Oh, I love it. The molly behind the door, it lets VSM run through, and they have no idea. Bye-bye, escape unscathed again. That's so nice. It's like when you throw the molly on CT side at the car on dust too, and then rush upper tunnels. The T's will hear the molly. They think it's down. They think they're safe, but they're just getting rushed, and it nets them an early kill. We've got some trades out. Shakezilla takes one frag, but regrouping back in the lobby. Nice shot from Cynic, taking VSM out of the round. And now grouping towards the ramp side. There's no one here, in fact. And he's got his AWP. He's actually dropped into A. He is fully committed. Can no longer rotate to help out on ramp. So if this one does end B, they'll have to take the vent. However, I think they won't be alone. Triumph look interested in the door smoke. They're walking out.
They have one in low already, one in down in vents with bomb now as well. So the fact that they managed to get down here. 40 seconds left. There's no way that Plano knows about this either.
Uh-oh. There it is. Oh, KNG, he has no idea. He's got his knife out in lower. They've just heard him. They've scoped. He heard that. Oh, dear. Now the jig is up. The bomb is getting planted, and KNG is in a perfect position to cause problems. They're not going to give him the fight. They're looking to cut the rotate off event, but instead Leo's already made his way down, and they don't know about that timing. Cynic in a clutch with a retrieved orb. First shot connects. Oh boy. 2 AWPs up against him, but he can't find his second shot, and Henny will close. Some scary rounds, some close timings found in this game already, but Plano looking really, really good. Their retakes right now, other than that 1 4-on-2, have been perfect.
Yeah, I think experience is really starting to show here. Even with the Plano being a new team, we see the setups, even from Leo Darker there, as you pointed out. Hugo does a really good job with the positioning, gets the kill as well, and just rushes for it. And by then, yeah, sure, you have a double op to potential retake, but you know where he's at. He also has an op as well. So 9-3 favor of Plano. If Triumph were to at least replicate the previous game that they had, they need to get the last 3. The dual elites on Cooper. Where's the cowboy sound when you need him?
Wouldn't know, mate. Would not know.
They're fast down here though, at least, and The rotate's not going to be here on time, so we're looking into Henny at least, maybe getting 1 or 2 kills. BSM actually moving in. They weren't quick enough. Should at least be seeing a bomb plant here.
Decent recovery for VSM considering, and that bomb gets toppled by KNG. The one side of ramp that isn't smoked, and with window cut off as well. No one can trade him, no one can help out, and all of this time gets wasted here for Triumph. Time that favors Plano grouping on ramp. 3 players, now 4 here. They're going to start to flood in a bit early. They don't need to be rushing it. There's no plant in sight, but now the kills are coming in, and they're favoring Triumph 2-on-1, and they close it. Oh my goodness, Cynic beasting with 4 on the B bomb site. But yeah, I mean, pushing there when they had the advantage, when the bomb was loose, that's one they'll come to regret.
I was just about to even call out Triumph there as well when they have a set play at hand and then they decide to go bomb a window instead of short or long, putting the bomb in a really tough spot. Normally when you see the CTs going like this in a play, you tend to just wait for at least the bomb to get planted so you at least don't have to fight an extra man. But they decide to just risk it. Go on timing, they hear a bunch of people on the site, they throw a flashbang. But there's Cynic waiting for you. That's a nice run by him.
Yeah, he's the one guy on this team that I'm not really familiar with for Triumph, but he's beasting right now. He's carrying them, at least in the fragging department, in that round alone. And so, hell, more NA talent. I'm all for it. Another ramp take. This position's often been left open, and this round is no exception. It's a bit of a force cobbling together what economy they can. Is only going to give Triumph a way back in at the end of the half, looking for the 9-6. And, you could even argue a save in this position as well. Your next round bye is going to be pretty awful if you lose these guns. And so just bolstering the utility and kits in the follow-up, saving 4 is the right call here for Plano. They make a gamble, it doesn't work.
But look at the difference here as well compared to, again, experience right on this on Plano's side versus a team like Godsend, for example, right? We saw Godsend again and again kind of going for these retakes, even in situations like these. Yeah. But you already see Plano's, thought process here as they're going to talk about, as you said, right? They took a gamble, it didn't work out. They're already calling to save, right? They're like 2 steps ahead in some sense. So while that round didn't work out, it's going to be 9-5, but it is looking to be 3 saved weapons at least on Plano's side. So another strong buy here coming in on round number 15.
Yeah, and what a great comeback from Triumph. From 7-1, things looking pretty bleak, and Cynic's pulled out a couple of monstrous rounds to kind of claw them back into this. They could be within touching distance if they get this, and it's a 9-6 half. Just to your point about Cynic as well, he was kind of a clutch of good young players that were coming out of MDL. He played on a team called Recon 5 before he moved to Triumph. This was a few seasons ago, but he played over there with Cobra, with a K, and Jazz Pimp, if you know him as well. So, he stood out and was basically deemed to be the one that was going to be allowed to ascend to the next level, and he's looked very, very good on this Triumph roster since he joined.
Getting some great mileage out of him right now.
Sure.
Last round of the half, 5-on-4. Looking good. We've got some ramp aggression. Henny, he's rarely even been in this position, but now he's pushing it 1 step further, taking the lobby. Cynic still defaulting back in spawn to watch for this aggression. Meanwhile, his team are taking some serious real estate, wrapping the CT spawn, setting up towards heaven. We've got that execute smoke down as well, cutting off main and the hell windows. So no info here for Plano. They can guess, they can wonder, but they cannot know. Cynic is making sure that lobby is not taken either.
Cynic is in the rattiest spot, and I love it. I love it. He can just deny this lobby aggression, and what that does is it traps Plano in this A bomb site. But okay, they do get back on. They do get back on top of it. I was worried it was going to be another Rorschach instance, right, where they kind of get trapped in a cage of their own making there. But no, 6-9 at the end of that first half. Is that enough for Triumph? We'll find out in a minute.
All right, welcome back to the first map of the series. Plano believe they have the blueprint for success here on Nuke, or a Triumph going to live up to their name. We're about to find out as the second half gets underway. Hugo and Harry, jump in.
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much, Richard. And a T-side start for Plano. I can't wait to see what they've got to show us now. Triumph barely grabbing 6 at the end. The money certainly helped them. But that was enough, you know, or I say enough, that's exactly what they got last time around. Almost winning that game, but almost won't cut it, will it? Quick A take with a molly down in heaven as well, cutting out everyone. Nice execute here, and that's just going to give them free real estate. Now, this is a retake setup for Triumph. They're ready for this contingency. They've got the kit, but it's been lost out in Garage. KNG finding Cooper, and that's gone. Like, you're not getting that kit back in this round. This retake just got a whole lot harder.
Yeah, losing the kit there is awful. Now, VSM was even boosted to take fights in heaven up on the rafters. Yeah, it didn't go his way, so it looks a little ugly now, but that's a really nice idea. You know, Darky dead, Lucas good for one, but now the brothers have got to try and take control again. The twins up against it all and out of ammo on B-Wills. Bomb not getting stuck. Shakesilla has to find them both. And, well, it's not the prettiest pistol. Not out of Triumph, at least. For Plano, that was actually really nice. The utility was wonderful. The boost onto the rafters from Top Hut, I love. And then, like, losing the kit outside was like the beginning of where that round really starts to fall apart.
Correct me if I'm wrong. It was the molly site. It was the molly heaven. Was there a smoke behind that molly in heaven that they threw? So that's why they're boosting VSM up as well.
Because they know you can't aggro through the smoke. It's mollied.
Like they've set it up so the molly and smoke land perfectly and don't put each other out.
It's a very good round, and obviously they had a lurk outside as well, which Cooper died off of, and that's where we lost the kit.
Flaren, write that down. Ding the Task could use that pistol here.
I mean, Tiopa, I would have loved to see that if Triumph would have actually held the site, right? Like, it was a retake setup on their end as well, but I think losing Cooper really set them back, not expecting, you know, the lurk outside.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think that's actually a gimme. There was a couple of little miscommunications. You know, you send the kit so far away from the rest of the crew, you don't anticipate a lurk. Fair enough. They read that. They said, right, we have to go fast. They dropped down from heaven. There was a little moment there where the guy who had no bullets in his pistol was the one taking the fight, oversticking the defuse, and they should have switched that out to give themselves a slightly increased chance of success and didn't. So...
Yeah, you usually see with that setup, like the kit player is the heaven player with double flash, and as soon as they see it's coming, they just drop CT spawn and do that lineup where you can pop them through heaven and just wait for the ramp rotate. Like, you're waiting for your entire team anyway. There's no reason for the kit to necessarily be far away.
Yeah, it was a little bit, you know, like needs must as the devil drives it. Once the kit goes, suddenly the time you thought you had to play with isn't there, and you know, the whole round comes in stitched after
It's pretty sad as well, because like when they were on the bomb and sticking it, like they were given a solid, what, like 5 seconds to be on that. Like, if you had the kit, very different round. But, you know, we can't dwell on drop kits forever. Yeah, you know, it's another...
Speak for yourself. Let's talk about it for the rest of the half.
We've got a plan right now. The kit might not matter
well,
if the kills come through.
I mean...
Oh, dear. It's a murder, and it's a lost round to the time. There's no way to get that bomb back under T control. Crikey. You hate that.
Also, they both died. Did they die after time? They did both die. No, they didn't.
They lost the round to kills.
Yeah, we're good. Okay.
I
was nervous because, like, if that did, well, I'm not going to keep talking about what would have happened. What could have? Imagine if
VSM got 5 kills there.
Dude,
that would have been crazy.
That's like one of our, you know, you always see people saying like, oh, well, this is how it could have gone different. I love just endlessly hypothesizing. Like, well, imagine if they had.
Spend a lot of time doing that about my career. And, you know, nursing a whiskey, 4 a.m. Mr. What If.
Oh, Richard, don't worry. It's only 50 minutes till 4, so you'll be able to get that in.
I was going to say, you still are, Richard.
Yeah, I was going to say nothing has changed. Like, I'm saying, like, this existential crisis I'm in is a thing of the past. Like, obviously now it's a midlife crisis, isn't it? So.
Now you can at least classify as something.
Yeah, exactly.
Now you got a name.
Maybe, at least the doctor might be able to help me. You know?
Deco getting dealt with. It's not like they had a lot of money, right? The way they lost that last round was not too nice for them. 1,400 in the bank, and all of it getting burnt by these flash peaks outside. Only Lucas alive, and not for long. So that's a key round for Triumph. They're still in this one.
Yeah, I'm going to get one more round here for free. Load up some more money in the bank. See, normally here on rounds like these, you tend to just go for something cheesy, right? 4 outside, 1 inner, try and go for bomb plant, or drop down the bomb planter. Advance, try and go down. We have what is it, 2 flashbangs?
Yeah, based on the utility, I think this is it a vent dive? Is it?
Oh.
Or is it? No,
Yeah, I mean, it could have been, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe like a fast main drop. Yeah, that looks to be it, right? You get the flashes in, try and blind Martin, but there was no flash. And so those are just free kills, really. You know, you take that, they're dropping, they don't have armor, they've got Glocks as well. It's like a laughing gun.
He could plant, like right now, obviously. If he walked it, there's no one at the moment on the B-bomb site, and he could just, he's looking for a fight outside with a Glock. I feel like, you know, you want to play the
Hell,
numbers,
man, he's optimistic, isn't he? Let's see, right?
Does he think there's more chance winning this than winning a fight down lower? I don't know. But, well, now they're going to drop vent, so... Yeah, I feel like could have tried to do something with that, but it's only
ultimately though, right? If you're heading, you don't know where anyone is. You don't know that B's clear there, and I know like you can make the argument. Well, you can go down there with a Glock, you know, maybe get supplanted, and that's a lot better than just dying outside. But you know, I'm not going to question. He's 1v5 with a Glock, and out he's thinking like, well,
last round.
how do I really milk this for all it's worth? And again, I guess if Katie had done the same. We wouldn't have had that clip now, would we?
Well, you better start grabbing the others, because we've got guns for everyone here. Fast towards the door. They're not going to commit. Oh, I like that smoke. It bounces. That wasn't meant to go out. They were trying to use that to put off the Molotov that was thrown by Triumph. That's really nice. Still getting an angle to fight into A. And not put off by the flames, but no kill found off of it. We have a player lower out of the gate. Motum dropping. Cooper doesn't know just yet, but might figure out the hard way. VSM's dropped main. They're just splitting A, and there's not much of a defense here. There's 2 players already on that B site. B Will's only good to drop the bomb, and everyone getting mown down on the rotation. Shake from upper with a grenade could finish Leo. He's very low, but back in the lobby playing safe. They've lost Motum. They know he was in main, so he can't be far. And they've hunted him down in the door, but he's still standing on 4 health. Not for long, switching off the weapon. And the headshot to Shake Zilla finds a round for Plano, 11-9. Give them guns, and they'll put them to good use.
That was way too close, I feel like. They had the bomb site. They have a bunch of nades left as well. They don't use some catwalk, and then the bomb essentially doesn't get planted. And then all of a sudden, it turns into this 2 versus 2 super chaotic round. Plano still ends up getting it though, but remember, we did not see a full buy from Triumph last round. It was 2 SMGs. This round, we have a double op setup instead in Sheikh Zula and Cooper. Limited nades as well on the T side. Nothing on KNG.
Yeah, Shake's got to just ensure he doesn't get one tapped here. Because if he does, that is bad news. How's this for a Mexican standoff at ramp room, right?
No one wants to make the mistake.
No, you definitely don't. First time you're able to run your double op setup, you don't want to be the guy, especially it's the IGL, that takes a stupid peek and gets their head banged off.
Where's this
attention
going?
to the timing. Yeah, I was gonna say
this is
attention
really
to the timing
slow,
as well, because like they're not using anything. Like they've managed to get a lot of
Doors
map control
closed,
for free outside.
Door stuck.
But here comes the smoke wall, right? And this is where it's at 45 seconds. It's a little bit, you know, late of a smoke round for maybe people to think that they're going down lower. And this is gonna be a very late round. 2 flashbangs still and mollies left on Leo Darky. Looking to be an inner execute with a main split. And Leo's in main with that.
15 seconds though, you've got to go and you've got to go now. Lucas gives the entry over, but with Cooper still in heaven on this AWP and Sheikh Zilla moving up to join him.
Yeah.
Oh, now the bomb drop. This is all going awry. It's all getting out of hand. VSM.
Just don't die. Just don't die.
Oh,
He's got it.
he gets it. They just had to survive. They just had to get out of the way of the remorseless swing of VSM's scythe from heaven, but they can't.
Oh my goodness, I thought his luck was too late, mate. He was on silo at 20 seconds, then at 2 seconds, he's in heaven. Talk about fast feet.
I can't believe that round. It looked like Plano had no plan throughout that whole mid round. They were just trying to look for a pick, and they didn't get it right, and then all of a sudden it turned into this mini round. VSM very late on that lurk.
It was turned off, mate.
Down to the wire. Forces Triumph on a save now as well. Oh man.
That's pivotal. That's a pivotal round to lose for Triumph. Again, as I said, you go all in on that double up investment. Looks to be going well. You look to have done enough to win the round, and then right at the end, the lurker up behind you, 3 quick kills to secure the round and deprive you of those guns. Absolute nightmare.
Krieg Meta still alive, still kicking, pushing to the lobby, but the flash gets no one, and the spray for Henny is good for 2. Finally traded on the weapon swap, but they'll pick up the pieces and close around with 3 alive. So things are good for Plano and Triumph. Yeah, decent eco. Can't really do much with the USPs.
I'm so nervous watching it, like all of these rounds, man, because if this game's teaching me anything, it's anything can happen, right?
That's true.
Like, I don't know, man. I couldn't summarize how the last few rounds have gone down.
I'm really liking this T side though. It's it's scary, but it's entertaining.
You can be even for VSM, right? Going for the SG, we don't see it all too often anymore. But I do think it still has a space in the scene. Maybe it's not an entry weapon anymore, but going in a second or third, having someone else lead the way, or in a map like this. Definitely do some damage.
Yeah, I also think it's like
setup again.
I think it's like a great counter AWPing like weapon, right? Like you're able to take some of these long range fights where traditionally, the AWP would like reign supreme, and the Krieg can be great in just that it's a lot more forgiving. Like you miss with an AWP, well, you're out of commission until you've got the next shot ready. Whereas with the Krieg, man, you can just spray, you can tap, you can keep like an area locked down at mid to long range. And I think that's why you see people like Nico bringing it out and using it up against AWPs a hell of a lot. Cooper outside puts his AWP to great use. He's even got Motom up close, who is going to get checked and swung on by VSM. Lucas able to help out even more. And so what was a 5-on-3 is now a 3-on-3, a very, very doable for Plano. Triumph don't want to have this be another round that was off to a great start and everyone's in high spirits. Everything's looking good. You're thinking, what could possibly go wrong? Well, this.
Another super late round here as well. 35 seconds. They're still making their way outside. Good setup here though from Triumph. They're going to be forced to go into mini here again.
$15.
Oh my god,
that's a team kill. He just one-tapped VSM. Oh. What on earth?
I was just going to say, I'm getting nervous on time just in general, but there's
still winnable.
There's the entry on the side.
He needs a plant. He needs a plant. You need to. Oh, he's not gone for it. He's gone round. He should have it, but they're going to rush him. He's dead. No chance. Dead. Yeah. Oh, what happened? Why did they one-tap VSM? Scared. I
believe we call that blind panic. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That's going to have to call for a.
There we go. We bring it all. We bring the production value.
Sounds like me squeezing into a chair.
What was that? That replay now makes less sense.
Yeah, I don't like that. I saw it. I preferred it just when I was looking like, what the bloody hell's happened there? Now that I've seen it unfold before my very eyes, I'm even more awestruck.
Just a misclick, but like, oh, talk about...
Can you believe it? Right?
It's costing the round, man. Oh, get me out. Get me out.
Imagine how PSM feels and all, man. Guy's just out there having a good time. Like, no one's nearby. Oh, just my good friend and teammate. Oh, well, Bob.
Yeah, we've seen some weird stuff today.
It's been some highs and lows.
Nade myself in spawn to assert dominance, like kill a teammate, whatever. It's never a dull moment with these teams.
In the previous round, sure, it turns out 3v3, but we kind of see Plano kind of doing the same, just stay put by T-Rad, try and go for peaks. Doesn't happen, we're very short on time again. It's a good little setup here now though from Triumph.
Molly's going to push him out, but he's got smoke for it, so no problem. B-Will's blinded. They can't chase him. He's just dodging bullets, only for a moment. Leo alone gets the dink, but out of ammo, and it's an 11th for Triumph. Man, they've been given away back into this game, and they're taking it, grasping it with both hands, with more broken money on the horizon. A bomb plant there could have made a lot of difference, but it would still be an eco. As a Triumph, a 12th looming. I know Plano need pistols. Anyone's guess as to where this game is going.
Yeah, like, I don't know, man. I feel like we've seen simultaneously some of the best and some of the worst decisions coming out of Plano, like all at the same time. Do you not remember that incredible pistol round that like none of us had seen before? Where the hell's that gone? Well, that's a nice opener out of Henny at least, right? All right, let's not get ahead of myself here. What am I talking about? He's got the opener.
I was going to say as well, I mean, coming into the
faith.
next weapon round, would love to see Plano utilize ramp and underpass a little bit more. We've only really seen them be taking duels outside. It's still early on, but still an opening. Still oh, the wide swing.
Wow. Cooper just got on in rotation to hell, and I think he was about to replenish Sheikh Azula's smoke. He didn't get time to do that, but he at least trades him and keeps the round alive. Bombs on the back of Lucas, though, so he's going to be able to get a plant if he goes for the heaven side. Instead, 1v1 taken, and a deep from Lucas, double down, and a plant allowed. It's going to be Cooper coming from heaven. Lucas, maybe you want to go back for that one. He's missed his opportunity. He's going to try and throw a spanner in the works, find Cooper where he lives.
I actually like this. Use the time, get inside Cooper's head. Maybe look, see if there's a gun somewhere you can secure, increase your chances. Why not, right? You don't have to commit to the plant there. And Cooper obviously...
like he thought he had the plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just realized he couldn't go back for it. At that point, he could be swung from anywhere.
Exactly.
But it's the right decision here, though, from Lucas.
Yeah.
Ends up being a fake, and, you know, obviously now if you're Cooper, you don't move away from here. You gamble on the one bomb site. But in the position he's in, he's forced to essentially walk over to heaven area or make a move like this, and now...
Yeah,
vents
it is.
well. Yep.
Nice little fake with the door as well.
Not falling for it.
No.
Is the window open? That's a big question. No.
No.
Cooper's got to break it. Lucas will have a little warning here. Cooper, he's not going to swing off the tap.
It's stone cold!
Oh, he's got it.
The sound of breaking glass. What a great move there from Cooper. But Lucas, fantastic effort.
That was an eco as well, right? That's something you have to take into account. Like, they should never have won that round. Not only did they get a bomb plant, but they get 4 kills. Winning this one would be capitalizing on that damage done to the economy. My God, he's done some damage to their skulls. Got to wonder if he planted there. Probably his round.
Yeah, it's. I guess it's one of those things. It's easy in hindsight. I think I still think you made the right play. Don't commit to the plant. Go look for a gun. You know, go lower. Everything was going so well. It was just the health disparity in the end. I mean, I think Luke's played that really well.
Yeah.
The fast round here from Plano. Fast smoke wall.
Yeah, just what you were talking about. Bit more pace. Still outside though.
Oh, that's brutal. Lineup for Motum, and KNG wants to trade, but they're not giving him an inch. No leg shots today. Motum just stuck back in the garage, and 2 AWBs on the T side and a 2-on-4 is not exactly your bread and butter. Especially when they're not even giving you the fight.
No, I think this should be even a safe call at this point. Maybe try and go for a pick at the push. Cooper kills KNG outside, leaving Henny here. Vice Lawson with an AWP.
God, this is going to be 13-13, right?
Yeah.
I'm assuming that Henny doesn't just fly around the map and wreck everyone, which he could. Like, I've seen Henny.
Imagine if he got this.
Oh, we'd be hyping up like, well, Henny, they call him the alligator. Here he is. God. Tipping the scales. They have scales, right? Alligators. Would it be scales?
I don't know. How else would they weigh things?
Yeah, I hope they don't want to bake any bread. You know, gotta get your measurements
Oh,
right.
nice. Well, it is a triumph round, believe it or not. So that ties the game up at 13-13. And now, and we've been saying this all game long, it's anyone's game.
Yeah, I mean, look, I was really surprised with the cold start by Triumph, to be honest. And remember, the 13th round that Plano got was that ridiculous VSM kill, right? That was that 13 or was that 12? Well, regardless, if that round doesn't happen, you know, this could already be match point for Triumph, or it could already be over the line. You know, it's like, it's crazy that Plano kind of needed that to be here, when I think, all respect to Triumph, I think Plano should be the clear favorites coming up.
Yeah.
I mean, you even said, right, you wanted the scorelines from last time to have been more dominant for Plano, right? And,
Yeah.
I think that's what we were hoping we were going to see here, is that they come into the rematch and they look even better. They look like they've improved since then. Whereas now it's like neck and neck. Your money's gone. You're in a bit of a weird spot, you know, and Triumph are feeling it, man. It feels like every round as well is like got an added layer of complications that like maybe didn't even need to be there. This is looking very uncomfortable right now.
Like Robin said, I mean, I think Plano have been a little bit the architects of their own downfall here. So you watch this deco come in. You know, they have taken a lot of fights outside. They've done a lot of those drops down. I
feel like we haven't seen much, you know, on the seaside so far.
Where are these legendary like ramp room pushes, and you know, you see a lot of other top T-side teams doing this map, right?
Yeah, and especially now. So I mean, that's why I'm still a bit hopeful here as well for Plano, just because we haven't seen much. To Richard's point, like the one of the rounds they won was just in the nick of time with VSM getting the kills. Whereas for now, they try to fast round their double op setup. Here we do see a 5 AK kind of round. Would love for Plano to kind of still utilize, to Richard's point, maybe some ramp, maybe some underpass, just to get Triumph rotating a little bit more, just so they don't have to stay, like they say, so MOTM, same spot as last time. I do believe that Plano is going to be clearing it this time around, though. But kind of the same setup.
I mean,
again.
you say that.
Yeah.
You say that.
Oh.
You say that, mate.
Oh, the trade not allowed either. Awesome, great spray. He's dead, but he's done his job. KNG's wrapping Heaven. It's another one of these top hits at least, but that's exactly what Triumph are expecting. They're even wrapping main. They're even working out where KNG's gotten to, and Sheikh Zilla off of ramp will not let him get far. They're so confident that ramp is not a position Plano are taking. They completely up and leave it and drop the bomb in the process. Henny looking at his back. There's no one there, mate. They are surrounding the package all over the A site. And 1-on-4, the dreaded S word being considered again. Save?
Yeah.
It feels like it, right? It feels inevitable that, like, you know, you just can't even give this round a go. Like, look at where the bomb is, man. You can be holding this from, like, an outside angle even. Yeah. Everyone is just fighting it head on, but there's so many places you could just be bearing down on this angle from. That to even begin to approach this, Henny is going to have to do something unheard of.
And
he's just waiting. Well, he's not giving me any faith on this.
No, I think he's just wanting to take a gun, get an upgrade. He's not. He surely doesn't commit to this.
I want to
looking to die. Yeah.
Okay, he can get an AK armor next round with his money, so. Doesn't change anything.
Man, this is such a weird game because it felt like, and I don't know if this is what you guys are feeling as well, but it felt like Plano, especially like early on, were just head and shoulders the better looking team like in the beginning of this.
This is the Sheikh Zula effect, my friend.
And so then, like, as the game's been going on, I think at first, honestly, it felt like Plano was still playing better than Triumph, but we're just kind of giving them a couple of rounds. And now that Triumph are looking confident and, you know, they've kind of brushed off that slow start, they are looking better. They are in the lead. They're 1 away. They're 5 kills away from taking this map that eluded them last time.
Yeah, and like I say, you know, Sheikh Zula's a guy who he is a very cerebral player, you know, tailor-made to be an IGL. And like you can see, they've looked at, you know, what Plano's kind of strats are essentially, and they've adapted, moved around, adjusted, put the guns where they need to be. And, you know, Plano, fair enough, they've been pretty one-dimensional in truth, but they haven't been able to get a look in. And Triumph, after that disastrous round, you think it's all over, they're now looking at taking the first map.
Yeah, so normally when you talk about like stringing rounds together as well, when they make that smoke wall, you kind of just want to go down once, even if you don't win the round, just to showcase to the CTs that you have the potential of doing that. Triumph hasn't really been putting people underneath, which allows plays like this from Cooper, and you know, they allows this setup as well that they have in there for putting 3 guys there, just because solely that Plano hasn't showcased even a vent dive that they will drop lower. So definitely Triumph has had a really good read so far on their CT side. Another good setup here as well. It is looking to be a Triumph map.
It's happening.
Oh yeah, 2 in the rafters. No chance here for KNG. A 1v4 needed. And they're even into spawn. He's got his knife out. Why would he be ready for that? Shakezilla running them down, running amok, and taking the first map of this series. Triumph's pick, 16-13. And you can see that they're feeling it. They're feeling feisty after that one. How will Dust 2 go? Only time will tell.